Welcome to T Boys TV. We are back again with another Hat Show, obviously episode 229. And obviously in this one, it is the Sunderland preview. Obviously midweek, obviously we've had a long enough time off now, to be doing stuff on the training pitch. And obviously we had a weekend off. So hopefully, we have a good ending to the season and obviously stay up because that, of course, is our aim as it stands. But before we get into it, Dad, how are you?
Yeah, all good, mate. Everyone's cool. Hope you're cool.
Yeah, no, I'm all good. I am all good. Hope everyone is good as well that's been waiting in the chat and everything like that. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So, Sunderland preview. Now, obviously, the reverse fixture earlier on in the season, it's one of the rare good performances for 90 minutes this season. Obviously, we didn't quite win it, but it was the game after the Watford 3-0 win. So, we had a bit of confidence going into it. I remember me and you, Dad, talking after that Watford game. We had a bit more confidence going into that game. The performance was there from us, and we were robbed, let's be honest. I'm not trying to sound salty, but it's been a few times we have been against Sunderland over the years. Obviously, the standout one is the away game a couple of years ago, the 1-1 draw. Diallo blatantly dived, and that was frustrating. And this goal, they were trying to say Clark was interfering with the play. It wasn't. It was stupid, but yeah, it was annoying. And we didn't quite win that game. So to perform that well and not get a result, especially when you look back at it throughout the season, we haven't performed well every single game, bar that game at Watford, like I say, and to not get a result out of that was frustrating, really. But since then, obviously that game that put them top of the league. Them times there. As for us, we just we thought we could potentially kick on, but obviously it wasn't to be really. When it comes to that, but we'll go into some insight going into this game since then. So Sunderland are unbeaten across their last 10 league games against Luton Town, winning 5, drawing 5, obviously winning a reverse fixture, like I say. Luton Town are winless across their last 15 away league games against Sunderland, winning 9, drawing 6 since a 1-0 win back in September 1973. Sunderland have won 12 of their last 18 league games played on Wednesdays, drawing 2, losing 4, winning 2 out of 3 this season, drawing 1. Since Christmas, Luton Town have collected the fewest points of any championship, 2, drawing 2, losing 6, and are the only side in the division without a victory in this time. These stats are not good reads. Matt Bloomfield is winless in his 4 championship games as drawing 2, losing 2. The last Hatters boss is quite interesting. To have a longer winless start in the league was Mick Harford in the 2007 to 8 season, which was 12 games. So, you look at that, obviously, rightly so. Obviously, Mick Harford, a great player for us. Obviously, when he did step in as a manager, he done really well. And, you look at his start and, when you base it on now, you'd be a bit surprised about that, to be honest. So, it's one of them where, we have seen progression since Bloomfield's come in and, you can't really blame him. It's got to that stage where these players, majority of them need to take accountability and they need to step up, because they haven't been good enough, a lot of them. So it's one of them. But yeah, a lot of not good reads there when it comes to that. But a bit more on it. A bit more on Sunderland as a whole. They went 3 points clear at the top of the league, like I say, when they beat us, but now 7 points off the summit. Still in a very strong playoff position. Wednesday's night hosts unbeaten at the Stadium of Light this season. Again, not a good thing to hear from our end. With 7 goals scored in just 3 games, the Black Cats have hit goal scoring from form going into the final third of the season. Isidore has been at the heart of that scoring form. The Frenchman grabbed 2 goals and an assist from those 3 matches and is the current Sunderland top scorer with a tally of 10. And then the referee for this game will be John Busby. Last time we had him was when we lost to Plymouth. So, again, poor performance from us in that game. So we need to start kicking on now. Obviously, we've got a draw in the last away game. Maybe a bit fortunate to hold on, but we did hold on, and that is a positive because throughout the season, there's been a lot of teams that have put pressure on us, like Sheffield Wednesday did in that second half, and we crumbled. It's good that we didn't in that game, but not good reads. A lot of these are they, Dad? But has your opinion changed of the away form potentially after the draw in the last game?
Not, yeah, it has, but not for this game. No, you know they're high flying. They ain't lost at home. We've got a shit record against them. Um, you know, they've we both obviously need to win. Them not so much, us more, but they need to kick on still if they're going to have any chance of like pushing for the automatics. They got really good quality. They manage well, and they're like we were a few seasons ago. They'll get the job done. They'll fight, and they'll get over the line. So that's going to be extremely difficult. This is part of the, leaving it too late. Yes, we'll probably put in a good performance and that, but I'm not really confident we can get anything from this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, based on readings, like I say, I can't really blame you for that. And as for the table as well, they've sort of got their own mini league. Them Leeds, Sheffield United, Burnley. They're way ahead of everyone else. And if Sunderland did win, and say for example, Burnley lost the whole, they probably won't because they're at home. But say they did, Sunderland could jump up to third. So it's a good opportunity to keep that pressure piling up on them other teams as well. As for us, again, depending on other results, if we did somehow go there and win, we would actually, depending on the whole result, we would actually be out of the relegation zone, probably. But, draw, again, it's decent to get points away, especially in this type of game. But we need to start picking up 3 points, especially with a lot of home games we've got coming up very soon. I was having a look at the whole remaining games, and I think we have got a lot of favourable games, I guess you could say, at home, where we should really be picking up 3 points and nothing else, in my opinion. And then obviously after this game, we've got two home games as well. So it's a good opportunity to make that home form count because as much as we've not been great throughout the whole season, we have managed to grind out results majority of the time at home. So, hopefully we can do that. But yeah, very difficult game. I'm not confident in the sense of we can go there and win. We haven't done that real well. We've only won one away game this season against Millwall. Sunderland are much better than them. They're on form. And, like I say, they've got their own mini league up there with teams, that I thought would be up there quite comfortably with not really anyone else near them, to be honest. So you have to give them the credit for that. And their striker, like I say, he's come in, he's done really well. Sometimes these strikers board, they come into England, they struggle to start off with. He's come in, kicked on. Hopefully, Nordås can be the same for us. But obviously, speaking on Nordås, he will be in the squad, but he will not start. That's been confirmed by Bloomfield. So I'm happy about that. It makes sense not to throw him in. Obviously, he hasn't quite had a proper pre-season because obviously their season ended earlier. But I'm glad that he's in it because yes, there was better spells from Morris against Sheffield Wednesday, got the assist and that, but we still need them other options and that more pressure now from other strikers trying to compete to get their places, i.e. Ali and Nordås, for example. And obviously Woodrow going as well. But yeah, we will get into that moment. Lineups. So I will start off with the lineup that I will go with for this game. So in goal, obviously Kaminsky goes without saying. And then I've gone with a 4-1, 4-1, which is what we went with against Sheffield Wednesday as well. Predominantly, that is what we've gone with under Bloomfield so far. So maybe we might go more cover in that midfield role, but I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to go Naismith on the left. Apparently, Bell has been ill, but he trained. So he'll probably be in the lineup, but I don't want to see him start. He ain't been great the last couple of times he played for us, so I don't want to see him start. Going to go Naismith. I know he only got a couple of minutes against Sheffield Wednesday, but I want to see him start. A few people are saying, put Doughty as a left back. I don't want to see that because then you're not utilising him to what he's been beneficial with at the moment. So I'm going to stick with Naismith, You know, we need that experience at the back. On the other side, I'm going to go Hashioka. Walters, he's got a lot to learn, a lot to develop with still. And I feel in this type of game, Hashioka could be better because, you know, Walters, he's been found like out at times that he's not quite strong enough on the ball. He's good going forward, but I think Hashioka's been a lot better in games, especially defensively, comparing them two. I thought, you know, against Oxford, he was one of the better players. He's done some really good tackles at times. It was just his marking that does let him down a little bit, but I do think he's a beneficial option compared to Walters at the moment. So go with that. The centre backs, I'm going to go Anderson and McGuinness again. Obviously, Burke's closer, but still not available. And them two look quite good against Sheffield Wednesday, to be fair to them. That could be the new partnership. Obviously, Bloomfield highly rates Anderson. Good to see that Anderson's starting to play now. Hopefully, he don't get any injuries, touch wood. And McGuinness, if he carries on like this, he's going to be a future captain for us. You know, I've no doubt about that. And he can bring that aerial threat as well from corners, can't he? So definitely go with them two. I'm going to go Nakamba ahead. I think Luton sort of hinted at it that he's going to play based on the Twitter post, obviously. On Tyneside, picture of Nakamba, usually when they put out that player starts. So I'm going to put him ahead. Lamine, similar to Walters, but obviously in his position's got a lot to learn. Did have a decent start to the game, but then obviously gave away the penalty. You can't go in like that. Did, and it was always a penalty. So I'm going to go with him. Doughty on the left. He's been one of our best players, especially since he's come back. So that goes without saying. Hopefully he'll take on more pop shots again. I'm going to go Bowler on the right. I don't know if Jones is going to be back. Nothing really come out about him that I see. Otherwise, I would have went with him, to be honest. But I'm going to go with Bowler. Give him a chance. You know, let's see in it. Let's see what he can do. And then the two next to him, Asgard goes without saying. And then I have stuck with Clark. I was debating to go with Walsh, but I did go with Clark instead. You know, I don't want to see Brown on the right. I think he's been terrible, I'll be honest. Few people have said Ali, like Jackie in the chat. I mean, that is a shout. But me personally, at this moment in time, if I want to see him play, I want to see him up front, personally. So, yeah, but obviously he's not going to start ahead of Morris at this time, which is who I've gone with. Slightly on better form than Elijah. I've got more goals. Did get the assist in the last game as much as it wasn't a great performance still. There was better signs. So I'm going to stick with Morris, the top scorer for us up front. So that's my lineup. Jackie does say she does like that lineup. So the only change she'd probably make is Ali, which is fair enough. I'd say if I see him, I want to see him up front, but that's fair enough. But yeah, as for your lineup, going into this game, yeah, big up to everyone in the chat as well. Do get in your lineups as well, and
You
do
see
get
it?
predictions. What's that? Sorry.
Can you see it?
Nah, it's not there at the moment.
Oh, I missed the player out. Just added it. Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, it's another one of them tough away games, like it says in the title. There you go. There's your lineup.
Right, so I've gone 4-1-4-1 as well. I think they will play. It might put two up front, but which would be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm sticking to 4-1-4-1. Kaminsky in goal. So I've gone Hashioka on right back. Like I say, similar to what you're saying about Walters. He's 50-50. Do you know what I mean? Got pace and that. Good, all right going for it. But Hashioka, you know, I think he's got a lot of strength that people underestimate. I think when we played Norwich, generally kept Mains quiet for the whole game, frustrated him and that. And I think he's good at that. So we need him in that position. McGuinness, obviously. I'm banging Naismith in there, centre back as well. Nothing against Anderson, do you know what I mean? But he ain't played like a lot. And then, you know, they did look good together, but also Johnson was part of that. Hence why I'm starting Johnson. But Naismith, I think, we've signed him for 15 games or whatever it is. We got to sort of play him. We can't just have him sitting on the bench for me. You know, he will bring that tenacity and stuff like that. And he's got that experience as well. Sunderland have got quite a young team. You know what I mean? So I think you've got to have someone in there like him with that experience. So yeah, he's starting. I'm sticking with Lamine Fane, Dabo. Yeah. I think he's excellent. I think he's better in that. We need ball players. I think in this game, and he's more of a ball player for me than the Nakamba. You know what I mean? And he's already shown that he can win them balls and burst forward as well. You know, Nakamba generally we're using him when we need to be really a bit more defensive on that, but we're in a relegation fight. We can't be like just sitting back and all that. Not what we used to do under Edwards and that things like that. In certain games, not having it. So he starts again for me. And then obviously Doughty, you know, obviously people talk about Ali and stuff like that. That's kind of what Ali is probably better part of a three up front or something like that. It's not. He could probably be used as a striker, but he's got weapons, and I think he's good to bring on. And you're not dropping Doughty. You know, and Doughty's looking like he's relishing being in that position as well. So obviously he starts there. I've got Bowler ahead of Jones. Jones has probably got more skill, but for me, Bowler's got the toughness and that as well that you need against these younger teams and that with pace and stuff. You need to put it on them a little bit and that, and letting them know that you're there. And Bowler's another one who's relishing to start playing in his actual position, whereas Doughty didn't mind so much. You know what I mean? Bowler did. And when he was at Preston, that's the reason why he didn't do so well at Preston, you know. And I like him. I said to you, I think he's a good player, so I'll be starting him. Asgard, you're going to start him. He's quality, showed some good touches in the last game. Don't really see you going to be putting ahead of him at this moment in time. And then Clark for me, you know, he hasn't really another older head. Is a bit of a ball player as well. So I'm starting him, and then obviously I've gone with Elijah up front. He scored against before. He's caused them problems before, and I think he was out of anyone, he'll probably thrive the more with them Doughty in and Boulder in that position and stuff like Asgard as well. I think he'd be quicker, and you need that because they have got a good defence, and I feel that Morris will just get bullied basically for me. So that's why I think possibly we could go with two. So yeah, and we know that the new guy is probably going to be on the bench, but he probably won't come on. You know, Morris is probably going to come ahead of him or Ali. So yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Yes, fair enough. Obviously, a few similarities there that we've gone with in that lineup, especially that four in front is the exact same. But yeah, I mean that's fair enough. I mean, I did actually watch. I just wanted to see it back when we drew 1-1 with them away at their ground, and a lot of them players done really well then. Likes of Nakamba, Elijah, they were standouts. Obviously, players that we still have. I'm referring to. Morris was decent in that game. He's getting fouled a lot. We're playing a surprise, but yeah, you know, if they're on it, they can definitely, you know, get some try and get something out of the game. You know, like say they have got a younger squad. The difference that they do have, which they didn't have when we played them in the playoffs, is obviously they didn't really have the tallest defenders. They've got some taller defenders now. So yeah,
Excellent defense, really.
if I remember right, did Mepham go there or someone like that? You know, someone like that is pretty decent. I'm pretty sure it's him. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's him. You know, he's got enough experience to help them. And like I say, it's predominantly a young squad, but they have got them experience there at times. That does help. But one positive is I think Chris Rigg might be out for the game. Obviously, he did score against us at Kenilworth Road. So, yeah. And I think Bellingham's coming back in as well.
He'll start.
Yeah, he'll come in and start. I've heard Sunderland fans say that, but he is just coming back. So, we shall see if he's like up the sharpness and stuff like that. But I'd say, Dad, you're not feeling too confident. Guessing it's a prediction of another loss, unfortunately, this season.
But yeah, I don't normally do it. Do you know what I mean? And I'll be delighted with a draw. But looking at it, you know, the way the season's gone, and that, you know, I'd love to be, you know, to get a result there. That would be excellent. But I think it's kind of a free hit game. The games that we have to win against Derby, Plymouth, Hull, Cardiff, possibly. Do you know what I mean? They're definitely must win. Not, do you know what I mean? Whereas this free hit, obviously they're not going to go there and just try and get a thing and point and that. I'll expect us to go there and get something from the game. You have to. But I just think that they haven't lost at home. They've drawn a lot of games. Especially recently and things like that. I think we'll score. I just think it'll be similar to the home game where they just put it over the line. They're better than Sheffield Wednesday. It's not going to be our first win. I'd love it to be. I think we've probably got a better chance against Sheffield United at home, to be honest with you. So, but we'll see about that. We'll see who he starts. It's still exciting. We've still got these new signings who are looking to prove themselves more. So that'll come into it. MacArthur, that's his area as well. It's a bit, adds a little bit of tension to it, I guess. But yeah, I can't see us getting a result there. I see a narrow defeat. I'm gonna go 2-1 Sunderland.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't blame you. Like I say, given them having their own mini league with the other teams above them in that top four, and us just being so poor away. Like I say, it was good that we got a point against Sheffield Wednesday, but we were holding on. And Sunderland are a better team, like you say. So yeah, it's one of them. I understand it. I'm going to have a little bit more confidence in us to get something, which I haven't done a lot this season, as we know, especially away anyway. And I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. We like a lot of 1-1 draws against them over the years. I'll definitely take a draw. Like we say week upon week at the moment, we'll take anything away that's not a loss. So I'm going to stick with a 1-1 draw. I think we can go there and get result. And the thing is, as well, I would say we need the points more because, like I say, they've got their own gap with the others, and obviously we're in a relegation battle. So I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. So that's my prediction. Jackie has gone with the same as well. 1-1. Well, maybe not a 1-1 draw, maybe a 2-2 draw. Do let us know, Jackie, but she's gone with a draw as well. Your goal scorer for us, Stud?
Elijah.
Yeah. He does have a good goal scoring record. He did actually score last time we played him away overall in the playoffs, didn't he? To put us 1-0 up. So that's fair enough. As for me, my goal scorer, you know what? I'm going to go with Asgard. I'm feeling that Asgard screamer now. I was going to say Doughty again because, again, the last time we played Sunderland away in the league, obviously he did score, didn't he, that free kick. So I was going to say him again, but I don't know. I feel we're going to score an outside the box goal again. And he's the only other player I can really see doing it at the moment, to be honest. So I'll go with Asgard to score. Paul's gone with a 1-1 draw. Sorry if you can hear that noise. The dog's decided to scratch his thing. So that's just great. 1-1 draw, yeah, nice. Jackie's gone 1-1 as well. Lamine to get a goal. That'll be very good. And I wouldn't be surprised because as much as he's more of a CDM, he has went forward quite a lot for us, when he's played in games. So wouldn't be surprised there. But any final things, Dad, you want to say before we...
Well, it could be right. It's just the way things have gone and things like that. But we've got these new signings and they really need to be stepping up as well. The whole team does, of course, but it's never dull with Luton Town. Do you know what I mean? Whether in a promotion race or a relegation race, that's it. We never finish mid-table and think very, you know what I mean? It's either one or the other, and you got to look forward to it. At the end of the day, it could be boring. Do you know what I mean? It's not. Yeah, it's risky. If we go down, whatever. I've supported them in League One before. Personally, I think if we did go down, we'll be the strongest out the ones that do go down. And if Birmingham go up, which they will, Wrexham, whatever. I can't see why I wouldn't smash crap out of that league. To be honest with you, yes, some players will go, but even we've got a much better quality. I've watched some league. I've watched Wickham as well, like some of their games because of the striker and that Kone, and that the standard is different. Even the way we just look disjointed, but if we play like normal and we can play and less pressure and that, we're too good. There is a gap. People talk about a gap between the Premier League and the Championship. There's a gap between League One and the Championship. There is. Why do you think you get these yo-yo teams like Rotherham, Peterborough to a certain extent, things like that? So it'll be what it'll be. But I do think we'll stay up. But it's going to be it's probably going to go down to near the wire. Personally, I do think. I think we'll just pull it around. But yeah, let's see what happens. It's difficult, long trip away. They're doing well midweek. It's we just got to compete and continue building that for the next games. I think we've got a better chance against Sheffield United, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's a weird one with Sheffield United because it all depends what Sheffield United turn up, in my opinion. Because you could get the Sheffield United that turned up against Hull and got absolutely slapped, or you could get the Sheffield United which predominantly turned up the whole season. But again, I would agree because we're at home. We are better at home than away, unlike a few seasons ago. So I do agree with that as well. And yeah, touching on Wycombe quickly. I mean, obviously, I didn't watch them live the other day against Preston. So obviously, I was coming back from the Charlton game. Check that vlog out if you haven't already. But I heard they were really good. The Preston fans were saying they played like a championship side. And they gave them the right game. And you look at them, and I mean, a couple of weeks ago, Dad, I remember you saying to me, they'll probably go up. And the way I've heard stuff about them, and I've watched them briefly. They probably will. To be fair, they've still kept as much as Bloomfield's gone. They're still up there. So it's very interesting. But yeah, like I said, Birmingham that'll be nailed on to win the league, in my opinion. But yeah, it'll be interesting. And obviously, touch wood, we don't go down, but it's not looking good. I'll be honest. We need to start getting points and stuff like that. But Jackie says she's excited for tomorrow. And again,
Yeah,
you were saying to me the other day, Dad, because it's like we haven't played for a while. It feels like it's been longer than it actually has. And again, Bloomfield's been able to implement more on the training pitch and stuff. So we're excited to see it come into play, really. And obviously, the new signings, like I say, as well, we've seen glimpses, especially from Asgard, of what we can do with the Sheffield Wednesday game. Just the others just need more minutes, and we'll be able to see more. And obviously, we didn't see too much from Ali because we were just getting pressured. He couldn't really do much. So yeah, hopefully, we have that steady centre back partnership as well, or even chop and change with Naismith. But you like a core of two, don't you? Predominantly successful teams have a core of two centre backs with obviously the fullbacks as well. But yeah, man, we need to start picking up some points. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult tomorrow. But yeah, we shall see. But yeah, big up to everyone that's tuned in. Obviously, do smash a like if you haven't already. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I say, do check out the vlog. I thought, why not? Luton don't play on a weekend. Watch Charlton, Luton's B team, basically. And yeah, that was really good, actually. I played really well. Good atmosphere. Luke Berry scored. It's good to see him scoring. Good to see him doing well still. And yeah, man, check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, as for tomorrow, I'll just do a match reaction after the game, so check that out. Hat Show, we'll do that on Friday. We'll just do it all in one because it's a quick turnaround, get into that Sheffield United game. And then, not too sure what I'm doing yet for the Sheffield United game. Plymouth game I should be at, the Sheffield United one, I'm not too sure yet, so I'll let you lot know when I know. And then go from there. So, like I say, smash a like, subscribe, follow me across all my socials, subscribe to the extra channel. And yeah, man, until Friday for my dad, tomorrow for me, I will see you lot in a bit. Take care. Peace.
peace.